Hey, you've reached Life Mix, and this is Jen coming at you. And welcome to the Let It Flow collab. And we are doing this collab the second Friday of every month until December. So basically what the collab is if you've got a flow book and you want to participate, anyone can. Just make sure that you put flowmagazine.com listed in your description and link it down below. And so that way everybody else can enjoy it. Okay? So here's my paper book, and I pulled from it. And the deal with the flow book is we have to use stuff from the flow book, but we're not limited to the flow book. So we can bring in other products. Okay? So we'll go ahead and get started and look at my project for this month of August. And I made a tag flip book. And this is my first one. And it turned out super pretty, at least, well, I think so. Several of the things that I used. I used the sparks. Okay. There you go. And that is in the color Butterfly Spells. I use several different pieces of paper from the flow book. This right here is one of them, and as I go through the book, I'll show you. I also used a piece out of this die cut paper lace book. I also used some Bow Bunny noteworthy ephemera, or the little die cuts. And I pretty much used almost all of the chipboard, the layered chipboard stickers. So only a few of those left, which is fine. I did some stamping with some of these little Heidi Swap stamps, although I forgot to put them in the bag and they are buried on my art table, such is life. Okay. And then I used a piece of paper from the Prima Infinity pad. Okay. So here is the little scrap that I utilized. And I cut out tiny little dragonflies out of that piece. And then I used a piece of paper from the Copper Luxury pad. Okay. So, and here is the scrap left from that. So I pretty much used it. Now, of course, I'm using every bit of the flow book for paper lovers. So, whenever I accumulate any scraps, they are going in a baggie so that I have them, because I am going to use them. Alright, so let's get actually into the flip book itself. Okay, or the tag flip itself. So, this was a tag that was already in the flow book. And so I stamped Thankful on it, and then I doodled, and I added a little pearl there. Then I did some extra doodling back there, and I inked the edges. And then I got a little mixed media on this one. You can see the shimmer. I used the sparks. And those are tiny, oh, it's not gonna, tiny little dragonflies with those pearls on them. Okay. So, and here is the other side. That's a piece on a pop dot, one of the little pieces of ephemera. And then I did some splotching on several of them in the middle. There's tiny little dragonfly and the word joy. And this was another tag that I got out of the Flow magazine. And this was a little flag ephemera from the Bow Bunny. Here's the other side. And this is a tag that I made. And this backing, the inside of this was a piece of really sturdy chipboard from inside the book. And so then I backed it, or put on one side and stamped with that die cuts with the view paper. And there is a piece of ephemera from the Bo Bunny. And I did some shimmer on it. I did some stamping. I added a layer of chipboard sticker. And then I just added this on the back. You can kind of catch the shimmer. So, and then this next tag was, I thought it was so cute. It's got little pink farm animals and barns. And so I had done a really cute little, like 3 little dots for decoration all over it. But because this is a slick surface, it's smeared. So the Sharpie didn't work. So I just went over it and put all these little jimmies. Okay. So, and then this is the other side. And this was one of the pieces of the ephemera out of the Bo Bunny. And then I added on all these little die cuts. And then I took and did the enamel dots, the liquid enamels. And what I used for that was the Faber-Castell texture gems. Okay. And so then I backed that with another piece of paper and put another bunch of shimmer and some more enamel dots. And then this was a postcard that came out of the FLOWBOOK. And so I did a little bit of mixed media on that. I did some stamping, added a little bit of ribbon, used a little bit more of the sparks, flip it over. I actually made a little pocket, so there's little bits of the ephemera. These are a couple of the cut-aparts from the Copper Luxury. And then I actually took some more of the flow paper, and these are the harder, they've got that shiny surface to them, and used my, let me grab it. Used my punch, my tag punch, so, and punched out some little tags to add to it. And I might have somebody in mind when I made this. So we're going to tack all that little ephemera back in there. And I just made this little pocket, stuck that little pin there, paper clip. And then here is the final tag. And I used some of the little, used one of the chipboard layer stickers, and I actually hit it with some of the spark. Oh, it's not going to focus. And some of the die cuts, and then added some spark in the middle, and then the enamel dots, and some page flags. And enamel dotted that, stamped there. And then the final back page. So, and this was a piece out of the FLOWBOOK, and this is a Bo Bunny item, layered chipboard piece. So, anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out. Oh, I forgot all the ribbon and the lace. I did the tassel and put it on there so that way this tag book is made to break apart. Put whichever pieces you'd like on there and attach to gift bags or what have you. So again, thank you very much for stopping by and checking out the Let It Flow collab. Please check out all the crafters that will be listed in the description box below. And again, this is not sponsored, but we did get permission from Flow Magazine to utilize this FLOWBOOK in this collab. So thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you have a wonderful day, and please check out all the other individual crafty goodness listed below. Thanks. Bye-bye.